It will be very good. So Parry says, I'm fine, thanks. I don't know why, but it is not starting to record. So it's just quite strange. Just a moment. So, okay, it will be a pity if we don't have the record because many people were asking me for the record. Um, okay, maybe guys, I will try to um, uh, get out of their webinar room so you can stay. And then I will come in again and try. Okay, that's great. So it has started recording, and we're gonna have the record of it. Okay, so today I will be speaking about the business that is called Super Ego. And first of all, I will tell you a little bit more about myself. I know there are some friends of mine who know me very well over here, but there are also people I don't know personally yet. So that's why I will tell you a bit about myself. And some things have changed with me. So even for those who know me, I think it will be very interesting to learn. Then I will tell you about the company that is called Super Ego and the technique that is called Master Kit. I will tell you about the vision and the mission of the company and why you should take your decision right here, right now, without any hesitation and without thinking too long. Then I will tell you about Super Ego business style and Super Ego lifestyle. And at the end of the webinar, you will have an opportunity to ask me questions. And actually, at 1600 GMT, I will give one more webinar on the product itself because when I communicated with some of my friends, they told me that they would learn also to learn more about the product. So that's why we will start the webinar about the product 2 hours later. So if you really want to get into the product a bit more and even try it, then I think it makes a lot of sense to join us 2 hours later. So, as for me, my name is Gulnara. My family name is Abzalova. I'm 36 years old. So I'm married with 2 kids. And at the moment, I'm a business mentor of the company that is called Super Ego. And I have 250 people in my team. As for my education, I graduated from the Bashkir State University, the Department of Romance and Germanic Philology, with honors. I'm a philologist, a teacher of English, and also a translator. And in 2015, I got the title of the Honorary Doctor of English Education from the Georgetown Wesleyan University of the Americas. As for my professional career, I started teaching when I was a student in 2000, and until 2002, I was a teacher of English. But since 2011 until now, I started my own business, which is called the English Club World for You. And now I understand that the message was so clear by naming this club like that. And since 2000 until now, I have been a trainer for the Council of Europe within the program Youth and then Youth in Action and Erasmus Plus. And some of you know me through these programs. And since 2016 until now, I'm a professional coach. So I really learned my mission last year. And I learned at the Ericsson International Ericsson University of Coaching and become a professional coach. And I learned theta healing and theta waves and things like that. And then I learned to be an NLP practitioner. So NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. And I went to St. Petersburg to go through this course. And most important for me is that I'm a business mentor of the company Super Ego. And among all the modern systems, I'm choosing this one, and I will tell you why. I will explain it to you a bit later. And I'm happy to welcome Natasha and Peter from South Africa. So our geography is really fascinating today. So how do you hear me, guys? Can you put it from 1 to 10? So is it fine over there? I hope today the connection will be good. Okay, so while Natasha and Peter are writing, typing, 10. Brilliant. Okay, so let's carry on. I would like to tell you a little bit more. I will make a step a bit away from the topic, but still it's connected with the presentation. Actually, everybody has got some current reality, so you can look around yourself, yeah. The majority of the people have got the realities like that. So like 2-room flat, for example, for which you have to pay a mortgage for 20 years, or so you have some monthly income of $1,000, but for some people even $1,000 is a lot. Some people have got cars for which they still have to pay a loan off. So this is the reality, and you can see the picture. So I put it gray because actually it's an average life. But at the same time, all of us have got some dreams and aims. We would like to have big houses. We would like to have incomes of 20,000 and over a month. We would like to have Porsche cars, to travel a lot, and so on and so forth. And actually, we more or less all know the way how to achieve our aims. Yeah. But how many people really achieve their goals? Actually, not too many. And when I started asking this question from myself, I realized that I'm also like these people. Well, maybe my picture is a little bit more colorful because I don't have any loans, I don't have mortgages, I have a business, and I have a flat and a house and a car, and I don't have any loans. So, but anyway, I was looking around the people around me, and I realized that most of them they live this gray life, and I really wanted to help them somehow. And I found the method that helps us to change the life. So the program is called Master Kit. So this is, for me, this is the best technique I have ever met that can help you to get to your aim. So what is actually a master kit? This is an innovative program working with your subconscious mind, and it allows actually anyone to achieve desired results in any field as quickly as they want. And each user has a step-by-step training system and personal simulator that enable to work with the subconsciousness. So, we've got Emrod joining us. Hello, my friend. I'm really happy to see you too. So, can you put it like from 1 to 10, how well you can hear me and how well you can see me? So, uh, Turkey is in majority today, I would say. So, yeah, okay, it's quite logical for me because I've been to Turkey 6 times in my life, and yeah, and I've got a lot of friends in Turkey, and for me, this is a very important country since my childhood. So I'm very happy to see my Turkish friends over here. And actually, MasterKit is not the only product. MasterKit is a basic product. We also have some other additional products, and the product line is quite wide. We've got Mastermind that I finished several weeks ago. This is a program for the advanced users that already started having global aims. And now my global aim turned out to be to have an international business, and I'm coming to it step by step, and Mastermind really helped me in that. So the program that is called Super Ego Assistant is for those who are in a crisis and they need an urgent help, and they don't know what they have to work through. Mind maps, there are several of them, something like 8, are designed for those who need some algorithm for achieving their goals because they might be also lost. So how does it work? how does your subconsciousness influence your income and all other spheres of life? Actually, we will be speaking about other spheres of life and how your subconsciousness influences them. So people have got some beliefs in their mind, some settings. So there are different words for this. So, for example, some people think that if I have a big high income, then I will stop seeing my family, because to have a lot of money, I have to work a lot, and then I will have to sacrifice, and I will not see my family. Some other people say, okay, I will have to work 24 hours, 7 days a week. But actually, if you look at rich people around, so you will see that none of them works 24 hours, 7 days a week. So it's just a belief that we've got in our minds that so was born because of some of the things in the past, some of the actions, some of the realities around us in the past. Or, for example, many guys in my team say that I have a high income, then other people will envy me. And especially for Russians, for example, I don't know what your countries, but in Russia, there was the Soviet regime, and everybody had to be equal, and everybody had to be the same. And they were teaching us it's better to have 100 friends instead of having 100 rubles. And it was a proverb, it was a saying. And actually, we may have both 100 rubles and 100 friends, but they didn't teach this to us. They were teaching to us that we have to hate money, that money is something dirty, that spiritual people should never be interested in getting money in their lives. Or, for example, belief like if I have a high income, then people around me will start using me. So I will have to be earning more to buy a house for my mom. I have to buy a house for all my friends and for all my relatives. And that's why people block money into their lives. If I have a high income, my other half won't feel confident next to me. Especially, this is very typical of women. Women are afraid to earn more because we do have some beliefs that a real man will not feel comfortable next to me if I earn more than him. And then he will leave me, and then I will stay alone. This fear of loneliness doesn't allow many women invite money in their lives. Or, for example, if I have a high income, money will spoil my children because some of the people made some conclusions seeing case of the rich people, but at the same time it's also just a belief because I know a lot of kids of rich people and I could never ever say they are spoiled. So these are just beliefs that we can really switch over in our mind. And at 19, oh no, at 16:00 GMT, which is in 1 hour and a half, I'm going to speak about the product itself. But now I will stick to business, and I will stick to the idea that I'm offering to you in making business. And I'm happy to welcome Kitty over here. So it's also Tainan, Taiwan, yeah. Okay. Kitty, welcome on board. How do you hear me? How do you see me? Can you put some number like from 1 to 10? Okay, I believe your invite was Olga, right? So, great. Okay, that's wonderful. You see, it was just my belief that a webinar that will have an international impact um, might have some problems because the connection might be not that good. But it was just a belief. You see, now my belief was changed, is being changed at the moment. And thank you for that, my friend. And my question to you is, how much do you think the life of your dream costs? How much would you be ready to invest now to welcome the life of your dream? So this is the point of being a bit interactive, and I would like to welcome you and to tell me how much you are ready to give away to welcome the life of your dream. Emra says it's so much, you know. Uh, okay, guys, just the number. Just write how much you are ready to give away to make sure tomorrow the life of your dream comes to you. And I'm speaking not about money matters. I'm also speaking about relations. I'm speaking about health. I'm speaking about being your real mission and your genuine mission. How much are you ready to give to this world to welcome the life of your dream? Okay, so Emra says $10 million for my dream. Okay, guys, what about you? Hasgul, Anne, Kitty, Natasha, Peter. So please be a little bit more active. So, Ivy, what do you think? It's okay to give a little number. So, Ivy says a lot of money, but Ivy, would you be so kind to be more precise? Just put the number. Okay. Emma says you were asking for dreams, so it's not so cheap, right? I do agree. I do agree. Ivy, number. Hasgul, Natasha, Peter. Okay, so please try to be a little bit more active because then I will be moving forward. Anne says cannot count. Please, try to do it. I don't know, but just put a number. Yeah, I understand the so can also put the numbers. So okay, guys, it's just a game. I know that I'm thinking about very priceless things, but still, just imagine I have a magic wand and I'm ready to borrow it to you. So you have to pay some money. Whew, I will put some number that I can't guess because it's got many zeros. Hasbun says maybe, oh, $5 million. Okay. Emra says be active, guys. Yeah, thank you. And okay, also a lot of numbers, a lot of zeros. I bet it's something like 1 billion. Okay, $5 million. Yes, Hasbul, thank you for helping me. Yesterday, when I was preparing this presentation, I understood that I had some block in my head because I didn't count my money, and my very strong belief was that I want to earn as much money as not to count it. And my husband was always laughing at me and saying to me that it's not the right way to treat the business. You have to count, you have to know the numbers. But I was resisting it. And yesterday, when I was preparing for this presentation, I had to count. And I found out a lot of beliefs in my head. I switched over very quickly. But I bet if I didn't have the instrument, I would be lost. Okay, I can tell you one very little thing that it is just $1,000. Yeah. So for $1,000, you get an instrument. To be more precise, a set of instruments, a kit of 15 instruments that you can use to achieve any of your goals. Okay, and what do you exactly get for this money? So you get the program that is called Master Kit, and what does it include? So it includes communication with the founder of this program every Monday, 1900 Moscow time, which is 1600 GMT. Dasha Trutneva, so she is the founder of this program, comes online and she is ready to answer any questions about the technique that you have. You get the program itself, some tasks, the videos, everyday videos and everyday tasks. And also you get a simulator that is called Master Kit. And here you can see little signs. At the moment, the program is not in Russian, in English, but we are going to have a launch of the program in September. But now we started this campaign telling our friends and introducing the program to our friends beforehand so that you could be ahead of other people in your countries, which is, I think, a really great advantage that we have to grasp. Yes, you are the luckiest, Embra. That's true. This is how I feel. I feel so happy that I can share this opportunity with my friends. And just imagine that some of your friends are starting a business in their countries, and he or she is the first and selling the product that is the best, that is the most required in the world at the moment. It really makes me very happy. So, and speaking also about other things that you get, it's 24 hours, 7 days service of client support. So it's over here. And yesterday I even made a trick and I asked them questions in English and they answered to me in English, although the program yet in all in Russian. But now, so they are going through some research. So we are testing the program on 10 people from different parts of the world speaking English. And one of our partners is already over there. So he's from the United States, and his wife is in our team. So she's Russian, and that's how they got this access. And they also came to the open day of the company in May. So, but you see, the client support is ready to answer any questions in English. And I was really happy to find it out myself. I can feel that everything is being prepared, and in September it's going to be a really great start. So actually you get an opportunity to earn by recommending. So what all that you have to do is just to recommend the company, the product, and earn money this way. And to put it all together, I would like to enumerate everything that you get for this $1,000. First of all, it's 34 teaching videos and tasks. Altogether, it comes to 50 points because tasks, there are something like 16 tasks plus 34 videos. So you get 15 instruments for working with different situations in your life, offenses, fears, settings, and universal settings. So Hasgul, okay, Hasgul, you can come in 1 hour and a half to watch the webinar on the product. Okay, see you later. And anyway, I will have the record and I will send it to you. Okay, and I know that, for example, Pivy, so she is a professional psychologist, and actually all these instruments are necessary for coaching and for psychology. So we have both instruments, working with the past and working with our future. So every week you have education, and you can ask online questions from the author of this technique. So once again, you get 24 hours, 7 days a week client support that can help you with any question connected with the technique. So for me, it's very important that you will be in a warm-hearted community with your soulmates in our super ego family. And you will have a new life norm with a very short period of time. So which is also very important for me because I have changed my life standards a lot, and of course I'm interested in helping my friends with this. As for my results, as for my achievements through this program for these 15 months, I will be speaking about it at 1600 GMT when I will be speaking about the product. So speaking about the mission and the vision of the company. So first of all, I would like to tell you that by 2030, we expect five. Oh, you see, so the numbers are a bit too big for me. So it's 500 million people in the world using our program, which is something like 7% of population, but maybe by 2030 it will be bigger. By now, it's 2017, and there are only 13,000 users of this program. So it's kind of a startup, but at the same time, you see, it's not a startup. There are 13,000 people who already have got results. And I'm very happy to introduce this product to the people because I have 250 people in my team who also have got results, who also change their minds and change their lives and change their life standard. So it's already not a startup. when I think about my mentors and about the shareholders of the company, um, I understand that there were so few of them at the very beginning, but now it's 13,000, and we can go just forward without looking back, understanding that it works, and there are so many thankful users of the program. And actually, the potential of the market of self-development is really great. Look, if you take something like 3.5 billion people, I can't say that all people in this world are doing something for their self-development. Let's say like every other person does something. At least this person buys books, buys some films, visits some, okay, let's say cheap trainings. So I'm speaking about average people now. I know that some people invest a lot of money in their self-development. But if we take an average person and take into consideration that this person spends minimum $120 a year, it comes up to $420 billion dollars a year. And 10% of it, so for example, if our company manages to take this 10%, because we will introduce an innovative product, it will come up to $42 billion. And even if it is the worst variant that we get just 1% of all the money that people spend on self-development, it's $4.2 billion a year. And if you compare with the turnover of other MLM companies, for example, the turnover of Amway is $10 billion a year. So it's really huge money. And so it's up to us whether we join this big game or not. Another point is that, I have got my own business. I'm in traditional business, and I also have got this business that is MLM. And anyway, the rules are the same for all types of businesses. And if you look at the development of a business, you can see that this is the timeline, and there are several stages over here. I have taken the first three ones, and here is the money that you get for a business. So at the very beginning, during the first stage, not many people know about your product. Just remember the point when, for example, mobile phones appeared in our lives, and at the very beginning were not thinking that everyone would get a cell phone in their lives. We were thinking that cell phones are only for outstanding people, for very rich people. But if you look around now, you will see that everyone has got a mobile phone. Not many people knew about, for example, company like an Apple, and they were not interested in that business, and the shares of Apple were very low then. And I remember about myself when I was starting being a teacher of English. Not many people knew about me when I was just 20 and I was just starting my career. But the more people learned, the more results they got. So my paycheck rose, and I started to cost more and more and more. And when you come to this stage, what happens then? So everybody wants you. And then I started a business, and then I understood that I had a very wonderful shovel, I would say a spade. Yeah, that's a spade. And I was digging um, everybody's garden. But at the point when I understood that I don't have to dig everybody's garden, I can share the spades with people, and then everybody's garden will be dug much faster. And at this point, so I started to get a lot of money. So the same is about the shares of Apple, for example, you see. So, and it's very important to get into a business during this first stage. What I can tell you, so you missed the point over here, which is a pity, which is a great pity even for me, because I got acquainted with this company just 1 year ago, and it had existed for 1 year before I learned about it. So I missed the point, but still, you see, we are over here because the company is 2 years old now. It's a startup. But I know why I wasn't at the very beginning, because I had very strong beliefs, and I was not really flexible. I was quite rigid, and my mind was looking for some proofs. And as long as I started to see that people around me started changing, the ones that were using the program, only then I dared to join the club. And I'm still happy I joined it because I understand that in 1 year, so it will be too late. Um, so that's why I'm really interested in the fact now that I have as many of my friends as possible um, learning about this opportunity. And you see the point when everybody understands that it works, so then everybody wants it. Uh-huh. Okay. And sometimes when I think about my cell phone, for example, you see, so I can use it to get in touch with my mom when I'm in Belgrade, yes, or crossing some border from I don't know, Bosnia and Herzegovina to Serbia, and it's kind of a miracle for me. Now I'm using my telephone not only for connecting with other people, but I'm using my telephone for connecting within me. I I would even dare to say that I used the telephone for connecting with God because in me is God. I'm half God and I'm half a human being. And the better I hear God, the better I hear myself, the more chances I have achieve the goals that I want to achieve. And if you look at this picture, so I think it will be also clear for you. You see the first percent that is formed during the first 3 years. These are the most prominent people, I would say. People who are wide, broad-minded, yes, people who grasp opportunities. So they get this amount of money. Yeah, I think it's quite vivid and quite clear. The guys that will join us during the next years, from the third to the seventh year of existence of the company, will still be quite rich. They will still have a lot of opportunities to earn money, but it won't be that much as we will have. And 90% also will get this money. I was always looking at the MLM companies and thinking like, okay, so they have a very wonderful idea. I like the point that people are united. I like the point that they're using the best marketing strategies in their lives. But I never wanted to join any of the team because I didn't like the product. I was not really interested in it because actually I was the one denying the material world a lot. And the second point was that I was always feeling that it was like that. And I didn't like the idea of being among these 90% and working for someone because I really don't like working for someone. I really like having my own business. And when you are in this percentage, yeah, so you have this feeling that you're not working for anyone because there are so few people above you. And these are very wonderful people because they are really broad-minded. They are not like me, and you respect them and you understand that you are working in one team with them. But being over here for me was like, oh no. Okay. But anyway, I think I will have to work through these things later. Now I understand why I am in this company. Having my own traditional business, so I got into an MLM game. So for me, it was something outstanding, something out of this world. But now I enjoy it so much, and I use the strategies from the MLM business in my traditional business, and both of them thrive. And this is really fabulous. Okay, that's why I'm inviting you to join this big game. And Super Rig is only 2 years old, and there are more than 13,000 partners so far. So I'm summing it up. Yes. During the first year, there were 2,000 people, but the next year, the number has multiplied 6 times. You see, it's 13,000 people. The conclusion is choose the top company, the startup time, and 1% will never ever repeat. So if you feel that you're interested in the product, if you feel that you really want to start an MLM business, that you should never ever lose this point. You should never miss this point of being the first in the field, of being the first in your country. You know, you still have this chance to get into this 1%. And I remember exactly when I was in 2015 in the United States, and I was staying with a really prominent family. And my hosting dad has two PhDs, one in business administration, another in psychology of business administration. And when I was asking him for strategies of developing my business, he was telling me, you know what you have to do, though? So you have to go to an MLM company and learn to lead a business from heart to heart. When you learn this, all the doors in the world will be open for you. But I was like, are you kidding me and an MLM business? Because, you know, in Russia, we have a very negative picture of this. I was like, no, never ever in my life. He was looking at me and saying, you know, in 1 year, you're going to find a product that it will be bringing from your Russian heart to the rest of the world. I was like, huh? Really? Okay. And you're gonna find a master key from all doors in this world. And you know, in 1 year, when I find this program that is called Master Kit, and I understand that what he was telling me at this point is coming true, I was like, wow, I can't believe it. And on top of being a rector of the university, he is a superintendent, having 147 pastors under him. So he knows what he was speaking about. I mean, he's a really spiritual person, and at the same time, very scientific. And that's what I like about our company, our product. That actually we do have our own research institute where we are not only psychotherapists but also neurophysiologists and quantum physicians are working next to each other. And this is really great. And I would like to remind that actually you can use this product not only in terms of money and businesses, but also in finding your real mission, your genuine mission. That was a matter of life for me 15 months ago because I was waking up every morning asking a question for myself: who am I? Why am I? What am I for? And as I couldn't find the answer, I was saying to my husband, I really don't want to live. And he was really surprised. He was looking at me and saying like, are you kidding? Are you serious? Why? He couldn't understand me because I have everything a happy woman should have. Two kids, a loving husband, a thriving business, a good health. But I was still asking this question. And that's why for me this program is really precious because it helped me to find my own mission. And as for health, for example, yeah, I had a heartache for 8 years of my life, and thanks to this program, I stopped having a heartache. And my daughter had a pre-asthmatic condition, and now we don't hear her cough at all, and she's never ill. Now she is the same as my son; he's never ill, and I'm very happy about that. As for relations, I'm really happy that now I have wonderful relations with my daughter, with my mom. I have a really great upgrade with my husband, and the relations between us are much better. I mean, they were really good, and I was sure that looking at all people around, we were kind of, you know, the best couple. Everybody was looking at us and saying that they wanted to be like us, but I didn't know that it could be even better. And thanks to this program, I found it out, and I'm enormously happy after being married for 16 years of my life to the same man. And so it's my first man. I met him when I was 17, and it's so wonderful to make a big step up together, holding each other's hands, and not separately like many families do when some of the um, partner starts feeling that he or she has got a higher life standard, but the spouse has other ideas about developing. So that's why I really love this program, and I'm really thankful to it that it has changed so many spheres of my life. And I would like to draw your attention to this, that now we speak about money matters, but actually it can change every field of your life. And actually, you can present MasterKit for yourself by inviting 5 of your friends, and it makes a very great sense because actually, my two of my cousins have got a MasterKit. My daughter, being 8 years old, is using MasterKit. We are going to buy a MasterKit for our 4-year-old son, but he's already practicing. We are using our cabinet for him, and most of my friends already have a MasterKit, and I'm so happy that our relations are better now. And there are many people that I lost in my life some years ago because of some offenses, because of some stupid things in my mind, and now they are coming back into my life, and I'm also thankful to this program for this. And now I would like to speak about super ego business style. And what you can see is really a picture of how we make business. We can meet in a bar and chat in a bar and see other people coming to us. So we have anti-cafes, they call them in Russia, where people don't drink any alcohol, and we have an opportunity to meet over there, for example. And we also have a business offices, so everybody forms a business in the way they want. Now I'm in a village and I'm making business, so I love this business style a lot. I don't have to be in the city when it is summertime, so but I still can make a lot of money. And actually, when you buy a master kit for $1,000 and the Dream Life, you also buy at the same time a ready-made business for you. And when I speak about it, I really understand what I'm talking about because, you know, having a traditional business, I had to be building up all the things myself. But here they just give you the instruments for starting a business right here, right now. So the first wonderful point is a CRM system, which is customer relation management system. So as long as someone downloads a book from your referral link or gets registered through your referral link to the program, you get the message where there is information about this person, like a telephone, like an email, like a name, and you already have an opportunity to get in touch with the people, and you can mark what you have done to these people. I mean, like, have you called them? Have you had a meeting or not? And so everything is in one place, which is fantastic. So it's kind of a dashboard, yeah. So you get business education, and for me, this is also very precious because I had to be learning many things myself, and to put all my experience in one place would take me a lot of time. But here you already have everything made, and I just have to share this with my partners, so I don't have to invest my time in business education. I can just share this. Of course, I'm here to share my experience in this company and help you to raise up your business. But anyway, so it's really great to have this kind of help when you become a business mentor. So we have weekly business calls that are facilitated by our shareholders, and many of them do speak English, and it also very happy about it because if it was just a Russian company with only Russian-speaking people, I think it wouldn't be that helpful for us. So you can build up networks in your city, and in your cities you are going to be the first. So here we have got chain of touches. As long as the system gets you can teach so you can teach Russian to us. I can. Okay. You know, as long as you have an email, as long as an email gets into a system, um, so this person starts getting some letters about the business, about the program, about different things, about some valuable things, and that is wonderful because it's automatic. It's done for you. I mean, you don't have to be touching and touching and touching people. So the system will be touching the people. Of course, we should be also touching. Yes, we should be also getting in touch with them. but still there is so much help coming from the company that it makes this life much easier. So they have a really wonderful sales funnel. Yeah. So for example, now we will have a launch. For example, when we have a launch of the English version, for example, yeah. So you will already have the sales funnel, and it's really fascinating. It's really wonderful because the company will be helping you to sell. For example, now we have a new version of MasterKit that's called MasterKit 2.0, and at the end of August they will be launching it in Russian. In September they will be launching the English version, and before that there is a sales funnel, so they will be sending letters to help people to make decisions much faster. And I really love founders of the company. They are really so much broad-minded, and there is so much to learn from them. Okay, and now speaking about the marketing plan. So it works approximately like that. So on the first level, when you sell to your friends, so in your first line, you get 20% of every sales, which comes up to $200 for every sales. Okay, so from one point it's not that much. From another point, it's quite good because you don't have to think about the product. You don't have to care about renting an office. You don't have to think about advertising. You don't have to think about accountancy, about the judicial matters. So all you have to do is just to recommend the program, and you get $200 for every recommendation you have made. As for the Russian version, it's much cheaper, so it's $620. But I don't know, maybe we will also change the Russian version price because of the highest life standard. Okay, so and for example, you are the only one at this point, and you sell um, mm, five kits, and it makes much sense because you see, by selling your master kit to five of your friends, you already return back the whole sum you have paid for the program yourself. um, and for 1 year you use this program, and your recommendations paid off this program. So the total of your people is five, and you see, so 1,000 is back. What happens with the second line? So that was a very, very difficult point for me personally. I don't know what about you, whether you have got some experience with MLM marketing before or not. For the second line, when your people sell to someone else, you get only 5%. And for me, it was like, oh no, it's so little. But actually, it's $50. So in comparison to 200, it's 50. So it's not that much. But look what happens. So five of your friends sell to five people each, and it comes up to 25 new people that bring you $50 each, and it is 1,250. So it's not that much. I mean, you see, the difference is not that much during the second step, but it makes a lot of sense to teach five of your people to sell to five of other people. And it's not that difficult to do, and I will be giving you the instructions how to do it. There are trilateral negotiations on the Skype, for example. Yeah, there are webinars that I arrange as often as my team asks me. Okay, Kitty, yeah, see you later. I hope you will get the record as soon as possible, and then you will be able to learn more about the company. And still, in 1 hour, you can join us for the next webinar that will be about the product itself, and we will be practicing something over there. Look what happens next. And this is the miracle of the MLM businesses. So five people invite five other people. So it's like 25 inviting 5 people, it's 125. And 125 invite 5 people each. And then you have 625 people inviting 5 each. And these are the numbers that you have. Okay? So I think I have made some little mistake over here. Yes, I think I'm missing. Yes, that's true. I'm missing one more zero. You see, yesterday when I was doing this exercise counting, I was really impressed myself. I still have a lot to learn about this business, and it's a lot to learn, and I will be learning next to you. And I'm happy that I have shareholders that are helping me, and also the co-founders of the company that are helping me. So Aliyah has joined us. She is staying in Tunisia now. So okay, we have a really international webinar today. So look at these numbers. I think you will be impressed. The aim for 2017 is turnover of $17 million, which is 1 billion rubles. I will show you the dynamic in 2016, and you will understand why we dare to be so ambitious, let's say. Okay, look, in January 2016, it was $63,000. So this was the turnover of the whole company. So then you see that the changes are not that clear. And in May, we had an open day event. And then in June, we had our first shareholders. So you see, the sums are much bigger. And then they went lower a bit during the summertime. But then you can see very interesting things that in December it's already 457 and so on. What I can tell you now is that when I was looking at this number, I was thinking like, it's something like 3 million rubles a month. Yeah. So from one point, it's very little, yes, and at the beginning it was like that. But now I can tell you that now the turnover of my mentor is 3 million rubles, that is $63,000. I mean, now there are so many people in this program, and it's already very different numbers. And if you look at this number, now this was the turnover of the whole company in December 2016. Now this is the turnover of one of the shareholders, and there are 5 of them. I mean, now the numbers are just terrific, but I don't have them, and I couldn't share them with you. That's why I'm sharing just the numbers that I have in 2016. And the total here is just $2 million. But this year, the aim is $17 million. And I think we are going to achieve this aim because we have a wonderful instrument that we can use for achieving goals and taking blocks away from our heads. Okay, so what are our differences from the competitors? I think I will start with this one. I think many of you who have already tried MLM companies or have some friends know that in MLM companies you have to have this personal turnover, and the flats of MLM leaders sometimes turn into shops, I would say, with a lot of products. So what we don't have is this cart filled with unnecessary things for us. In our company, we don't have anything that is called personal turnover. Everything is based on your consciousness. So you consciously choose what you want to use. Nobody makes you do something. And at the same time, you still are in business and you still get your money the same way as you would have it in another MLM company where you have to make your personal turnover to get any income. Okay, so as I told you about this 1%, so there is very big money over here. You have to, so it was for the Russian presentation, like you have to uh, include people in your game. Yes, and you can do it quite easily. The program is patented. Yeah. So if you take other companies, not companies, but systems techniques that use work with subconsciousness, their activities are not patented, and we are much way from them, ahead of them, because we act legally, and for us it's very important, and that our logo and our brand is protected. That is also very important for our partners, as far as I understand. Okay, and how do we conquer such a profitable and quickly growing market? So we have ready-made instruments. So first of all, this log that I was telling you about, and you can see everyone in your log. So you can just switch on over here. You have the name and the email and the telephone of the person. So you have analysis of all your actions in your log, and this is also very important. You have business education, as I have already mentioned. So you have your team online, and you can see what aim your leader is achieving now, and you have an online report on sales, and you can track it every day. So we have some calendar of activities, and I would be very happy to see, for example, Ankara over here, or yes, or for example, I don't know, even if we have, for example, Coca-Cola, so over there, I think it will be really great, or um, Taipei, for example, Chinese Taipei, or if you have um, South African cities over here. So I think it will be really, really great. Johannesburg, isn't it? Okay, but I bet you are not in Johannesburg, are you, Natasha? Some people. Okay. Anyway, the point is that we have our own research institute, and the aim of this institute is to study the changes of the brain and its cells an interconnection of our subconsciousness and reality from the scientific point of view. And as I have already mentioned, we don't have just psychotherapists over there. We also have quantum physicians, and we have neurophysiologists working next to each other. Now I will tell you a bit about super ego lifestyle. So every year we meet for the open day, and it's going to be in 2018 in Moscow, in the biggest concert hall, and there will be 6,000 people over there. So we also have super ego tests, and if we fulfill some tasks that the company gives to us, then we have an opportunity to go to different countries at the expense of the company. So, for example, we went to Spain. So it's me over here. So we went to the Dominican Republic. So we were the winners of the second promo. You see, there are not so many of us, and the majority are from Kazakhstan, though their product is Russian. But as in the Soviet time, we were using Baikonur for rising up. So I think we will also um, okay, we also needed Kazakhstan for achieving our goals. So I'm over here as well. So we were the winners of the third promo. It was called Super Ego Fest Asia. So it was in Turkey, by the way, in Antalya, I think. I don't remember where they were taking us. Okay. And now in autumn, we are going to Bali. In winter, it will be the Philippines, and in spring, it will be Indonesia. And the tasks are quite easy to fulfill. So what you have to do is to find 50 of your friends willing to buy this program, or you have to help your structure to do this task. So here is our super ego family. and the logical question is whether you are with us. So I think I almost fit in 1 hour, and I'm very thankful for your attention. Okay, and if you have any questions, I would be very happy to answer them. And we still have a lot of time because so it's something like 15 minutes before the next webinar starts. And I would like to invite you to the next webinar by 1600 GMT, where I will be speaking about the product itself, and we will be also trying the program. Okay, nice to thank you so much. So any questions? I think I will stop the record. Okay. Natasha and Peter say thank you for taking the time to elaborate on the plan. Yeah, it feels like being the first in the out space. Because before that, I was doing some things that I was just copying because an MLM business is the business of copying your